Disclaimer. Do not attack any of the people in this video as that would make us know better than they are, so just let them cope and seethe. We do not condone nor support harassment in any of the people mentioned in here. We at the Mr. Awesome channel just like to make fun of people and make people laugh, so we're putting this disclaimer here to absolve us of responsibility.
We also don't want to get sued by a bunch of crybaby liberals, so to add to the disclaimer, I'd like to say that everything that is said in this video is for pure satirical content.
Hey everybody, it's Mr. Awesome here. I'm back with another video. And today, I just want to kind of make a bunch of people angry, and make a bunch of people laugh as well. Today we're just going to be kind of looking at a couple of people on Facebook, some lefties, just do compilation of people just kind of melting down while acting like they're not offended. They're not offended of my existence, but yet they just will not leave me alone. And they constantly have to follow me around like a retarded puppy, and constantly put their 2 cents in, and mocking my religion, which I'm not even the most religious person, but, if anybody is even, like, slightly religious, you got people being like, whoa, you still believe in a sky daddy, a flying spaghetti monster? And it's like, there's a reason why nobody wants to invite you to Thanksgiving. Because you're an insufferable cunt. Alright, the first one on the chopping block is Andy Fisher. So, the backstory behind this is, like, it was just me posting, it was a response to a meme on a meme channel. And I guess it may have offended him. And the thing I said, I'm pretty sure it wasn't even offensive. But he just, like, started going after me, and he got, like, some, like, I don't know, he used the few brain cells he has left to surprisingly be able to actually have some, like, gather context clues. And he found out, he basically came to the conclusion, which he was right, is, I am a Trump supporter. So he did what all progressives do, is, he called me a virgin and an incel, which I'm pretty sure I got more pussy than he did. I guess, you know what, that's gonna be considered slanderous, never mind. I was just gonna kinda point out, like, the stereotypical male feminist. But, see, whenever progressives aren't calling you a racist, sexist, homophobe, transphobe, Islamophobe, xenophobe, whatever else, they're calling you an incel or a virgin. Because they know that, a lot of men are sexually frustrated because the left decided to destroy the dating market. And they're basically making fun of the fact that people just don't necessarily seem to like the fact that they can't find a partner. At least a partner who isn't batshit insane. But yeah, this guy has been basically going on to things I post, like even on my own profile, and he's just commenting. I don't know if he's just projecting, but I do kind of feel bad for him, because I'm pretty sure he has a lot of frustrations himself, but at the same time, he's a dick, so, it's not necessarily, they're not the most likable person, and it's kind of, like, weird coming from me, whenever I'm not really that likable of a person either, but at least some people find me likable. Don't know why they do, but they do. But this person, I'm pretty sure they're at a dead end. And do keep in mind that I was trying to be nice to this guy, but, he just basically went on my profile and everything. This guy, he's a loser. It's the best way I could kind of put it. Well, all I can really say about this guy is I made him look like a dipshit on the offensive memes group whenever I pointed out the fact that this guy likes censorship and likes seeing people be deplatformed for apparently being offensive. So he doesn't belong there, and he's also not an American, not a real American. And also the profile that he has, it just reeks of cheese and smegma. So I mean, it just speaks for itself. Alright, next up we have Heather Gibson. Apparently she's an artist, writer, and animator. And she says she rarely posts, but she's here and she's judging our posts. Well, all those seem to reign true, but apparently the only posts she really posts are politically charged, or they just randomly, they'll do the haha funny thing as in like an insult on people's posts, because just seems kind of passive-aggressive, but it's what a lot of lefties do, I guess. But, yeah, no, by politically charged, I fucking mean it. But yeah, this thing that she shared on her timeline is basically, it just signifies the hypocrisy of the left. They claim to be all accepting and progressive and all that until it comes to straight white Christian men, in the working class who are also straight white, male, and Christian. But yeah, I don't know, there's some of the most intolerant people on the planet. But yeah, this person also clearly hates Christians, even though they said it's okay to be Christian, just like don't push it down our throats. Well, luckily for you, people aren't really doing that anymore because that type of religious Bible thumping is dying off. However, it seems that it's the complete opposite, and we're having crap jammed down our throats, and we are constantly being demonized for being Christians. Also, this person is just, they're pro-abortion. Yeah, they don't like pro-life people, and they hate children. She says, I cannot stand children, and I will not put my body through 9 months of torture for a goblin I don't want. Pro-lifers are one thing I hate more than anything. Well, maybe you should just, take responsibility and not have yourself get knocked up, maybe. Oh, but wait, no, personal responsibility doesn't exist anymore. And that child just doesn't have a chance because the child is basically spawn camped, and it doesn't even get like a single breath of life because some whore just let some guy nut in her. She got pregnant, and she doesn't want to take the responsibility of raising that child. Listen, if you want to be part of the streets, then that's fine, but don't act like, it's just completely normal to just kill your child. Alright, you're not a woman. If we're taking the logic from, like, the gender as a social construct or whatever, you're not a woman. Sure, you're a female, but women are caring and nurturing and motherly. You are neither of those. None of those. Just nothing. None of those. And also, I feel bad for your boyfriend, seeing as, you kind of air his dirty laundry out like that. I don't know, honey. I don't know why he's always accusing you of things. Maybe it's because you're not trustworthy. Well, seeing as, you don't want to have kids, is how I see it is you're most likely into polyamory or whatever. He isn't. Either that or he could be projecting and he could just be, the cheater as well, in all fairness, but... it could be like, it would be projection on his part, but I don't know, just seeing her track record, I don't necessarily, I don't see her as favorably, so yeah, that's just my opinion.
I think Heather should get her tubes tied since she hates children so much.
Well, that would be the easiest solution, and the most common sense solution, but that would be too easy, and I'm guessing, in my opinion, it just seems like she wants, she wants the ability to have an abortion. I don't know if that's like a trauma response or something, but...
Take two. Ashley? It's a pregnancy test. And then she's laughing, nervous laugh. There's two abortion moods. People who are sad, and then her partying it up. Her, pumping her fist and smiling while she gets an abortion. And then it shows the ultrasound as that baby is, as that fetus is sucked into a tube. So let me just point something out about the modern American left. I'm old enough to remember when people on the left at least acknowledge the moral quandaries involved in abortion. I'm old enough to remember safe, legal, and rare, which was the Bill Clinton line. Now, it never made any logical sense, but at least it made a certain amount of emotional sense. It didn't make any logical sense because if you believe that it's a wrong, then it should not be...
scientifically speaking, I am old as fuck.
Legal. Right, but if you are at least making the moral, at least if you're making the emotional case that there is something that is worthy of consideration here, that at least is living in the realm of reality. Acting as though it is nothing more than getting a polyp removed to take an incipient human life and then kill it. And by the way, what does that mean, abortion take two? Is that her second abortion? I mean, that's all I can take away from that, because...
Yeah, apparently she didn't get the, apparently she didn't get it the first time, that she should probably play it safe, but,
I really don't know what that means. Her celebrating, fist pumping, as though this is women's empowerment, this is what our culture has done to the notion of femininity. It's absolutely horrifying.
I'm pretty sure these things are supposed to be, a traumatic experience, but these people are, celebrating it. They're just genuinely just, terrible people. And that's kind of sad coming from me, because, just look at me, I'm an asshole. Even I have morals, these people don't. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't put it past her. Alright, next up is Casey Elizabeth. We're already going off here with a repost that is highly, just anti-Christian. I'm guessing the only funeral you're getting is, I guess, I don't know, being dropped out of a helicopter or something? I don't know. A Viking funeral? Do you want... I don't know, what's a non-Christian funeral? Well, there's an Islamic funeral, isn't that? I'm pretty sure that's the one where they put you out on, a boat and they send you out into, the water or whatever. I don't know, I thought that was how it was supposed to go because I didn't know if they were going to respect, the way of Islamic funerals whenever it comes to, Osama bin Laden. But apparently they only did that so that, people couldn't worship him or whatever. But yeah, as you can see, the left is just super tolerant and accepting whenever it comes to people saying, I'll pray for you. This bitch is the type of person to correct a grieving mother whenever she says that her little baby's up in heaven. And then they'll be like, well, actually, God doesn't exist and neither does heaven. You should, educate yourself. I can't believe you still believe in a flying spaghetti monster sky daddy. Yeah, these people are insufferable. And to keep in with the theme of this month being Black History Month, here's something that they brought up. They just named off a bunch of people. Yeah, let's go over that, shall we? Alright, black people are so tired. We can't walk back home from the store, Elijah McClain. Okay, well, he was wearing, a mask, and he went into a store. It looked suspicious, and it's not because of his skin color. They'll try to make it like that. Try to catch me doing that in a bad part of town. The exact same thing is going to happen. And he resisted arrest, and they put him into, a hold. Unfortunately, that's what, resulted in his... Wow, it could have been a mix of ketamine, it's a mix of the thing about ketamine and, other... Or it could have been the thing with, the putting pressure on his carotid artery. But see, that could have been prevented if he just listened. Alright? I understand he was an introvert. I'm a little bit of an introvert too, but I'm not going to resist arrest. Alright, we're skipping over George Floyd because I'm not opening up that can of worms. But the thing with Breonna Taylor, it's an unfortunate. This was unfortunate. But look.
And Walker described seeing next.
And I hit it. After the third hit, it flew open. And that's when it hit the fan.
As we're coming to the door comes off the hinges like an explosion.
The officers now make a tactical mistake. Mattingly steps into the doorway and puts himself in what police describe as the fatal funnel, a position vulnerable to gunfire and hard to move from.
There was poor decision making on all parts, and the guy who shot at the cops, I don't think he did anything wrong because, he thought that there was, intruders. But at the same time, I don't know, just...
I could see down the hallway, and there's a male and a female, side by side, shoulder to shoulder. Almost like they were together.
The apartment is lit only by the breezeway light that's coming from behind Mattingly and the faint glare of the TV in Taylor's bedroom.
You can't see anybody, though. It was dark. There was no lights.
Thinking it's an intruder, Walker aims low, shoots once, and hits Mattingly in the thigh.
I feel like I aimed down, because I wasn't... Of course, I don't need to kill anybody.
Of course, the dog's gonna fucking bark.
One shot.
Mattingly immediately returns fire.
I got 4 rounds off, and it was like boom, 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 boom.
Then all of a sudden, there's a whole lot of shots.
Mattingly fires 2 more rounds when he falls and takes
I'm not even gonna redo this. I'm
almost
done.
at the same time, Cosgrove moves in and fires, stepping on Mattingly in the process. He has now also put himself in the fatal funnel.
I think that police need a lot more training for situations like this.
And although he's shooting, he appears to have no idea what's happening.
I see blinding, vivid, white light and blackness at the same time. I don't hear any gunfire at all, ever. And I did not have any pain, sensation, or any recollection that I'm firing.
He continues shooting blindly until he runs out of ammunition, a total of 16 rounds.
If you told me I didn't fire a gun, I'd be like, okay, I believe you.
In response to Walker's shot, Mattingly and Cosgrove together fire 4 shots into a chair,
almighty.
cupboards, and a stove in the kitchen. 2 bullets go into the ceiling and pass through the living room in the apartment above, where the man, his 2-year-old daughter, and babysitter waited. 3 more shots go into the living room wall to the right. And the officers fire 13 rounds down the hallway where Taylor and Walker stood. Taylor is shot 6 times on both sides of her body, in the abdomen and chest.
Yeah, so that wasn't based on race or anything like that. That was just a huge, like, clusterfuck. The police made mistakes, and, well, I mean, you can't even really fault Kenneth either, because he thought that he was, he thought that, the thing was being broken into, and, he needed to defend himself, you know what I mean? Look, I'm not saying that all these people were killed justifiably and that they deserve to die. I'm just trying to point out that they're trying to make this about race, but it's about, there's multiple factors. Like, incompetent police, incompetency on the side of the suspect. It's just... Alright. I think that you guys should just, look into this more, but you could come to your own conclusions, obviously. But I just wanted to point this stuff out. There's so many more of these, but I don't want this video to be, 50 minutes long. But some of these were justified, but just because they were black, their cities had to burn down because of it and stuff like that. I'm not going to go over all of them. You just look at them on your own time. I don't want to bore you guys. But, yeah, it's just... But I just want to point out that, Donald Trump absolutely broke these people, and they're acting like total retards. But, yeah, I will say I will be happy to find these people reeing whenever Trump gets reelected in November, because literally nobody with a brain stem likes Biden anymore. Yeah. So, yeah, keep crying, Casey. Yeah. But yeah, fun fact, my grandma voted for Biden, which is weird because she was dead since, February 2019. So, yeah. Yeah, no, the math wasn't mathin', and even, everybody's starting to wake up to it. But that's really all I want to talk about today. I just kind of wanted to make fun of these people. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and this is Mr. Awesome signing out. Peace.